Now, do I need to let the people in? Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone, on this Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to try to get through this in 30 minutes. We'll see how that goes. Let me dive right in, though. Okay, so I get asked the question a lot, like, Marquita, you've been doing this for so long. It's like, what's the secret sauce? Or what is it that, you know, what are you doing? You know, and I'm obviously, y'all, it's the actions, right? It's the everyday tasks. But one thing that I share a lot with people when asked the question is vision, vision casting, and what kind of vision you have. And so in the comments, while people are still hopping on, I want you guys to just, when you hear the word vision, just popcorn out. What do you think? What do you think when you hear the word vision? I'm going to come back to it if I have time, but I want you to, I want to get your wheels turning. You know, what do you think of when you hear the word vision? Who you are going to be one day, you are now becoming. I tell my kids that all the time. Like, don't get stuck in what's going on in high school, or don't get stuck in what's happening on a bad day, or don't get stuck with whatever season you are in your life. Who you are going to be one day, and that one day is continuing to evolve, y'all. You are now becoming. Get that in your mind. I'm becoming. You are becoming. Facts. Fortunately, no matter where you are, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or financially, at this very moment in time, you can take control of your circumstances, cast a vision for your future, and begin to move toward the life you were created to live. Process that. Y'all, we were created. We may have got our own little plan, right? This is what I want to do. I want 3 kids with the picket fence. But we were created by God to live a certain type of life. And I believe it is God's will for all of us to live a prosperous life. Okay. So I'm going to talk tonight about the 4 steps to effective vision casting. I'm still letting people in. Step 1, brainstorm your vision. I want you to ask yourself, what life would I like to create for me and my family? Like, if money was not an option, if time was not an option, what life would you like to create for you and your family? Start thinking about that. What kind of business and team do I want? Don't get caught up in your skills, what you think you can and what you think you can't do. And like, you're not good at that. You're not good at this. You're not a big influencer. You don't know that many people. Don't get caught up in that. But what kind of business and team do you want? In your heart of hearts? I mean, I want a team like Robbins. I'm trying to be Diamond, right? It's like, what kind of team do you want? What do I want to create financially? Y'all, where would you like to be financially? Not what your bank account say, but where would you like to be financially? Okay. How do I wish to be remembered? Oh, this is a good one. How do I wish to be remembered? What will my legacy be? We should all be trying to leave a legacy, y'all. When we are physically gone from this earth, what do you want people to say about you? What will they reflect on? What will they think about? What do you want your legacy to be? How do you want to be remembered? And then, like, I want you guys, like, take a screenshot of these questions, or I can drop this presentation in the team room. But I want you to write everything down. Like, you write the vision, you make it plain, write it down, speak it aloud. If you have affirmations, when you speak those daily, you're going to start to process those. Your mind is going to start to, they're going to start marinating in your mind, and you're going to start believing those things, right? So you want to speak it out loud, record it if that makes it easier for you. Record yourself speaking it. I think there's an app for that. Transcribe it or get it transcribed by someone else. No matter how you do it, what's my point? Do it. Then I want you to read it and reread it. highlight it, prioritize it, revisit your answers to the first set of questions, especially if you need to recharge. So this is not something that, if we read a book on it, you do the book study and you put it down. These are things you should be asking yourself constantly. For the longest time, every Sunday I planned my week, and these are the questions that I asked myself every single Sunday. Even if it was the same answers, I asked myself every single Sunday these. For years, I did that. Why? Because you write the vision and you make it plain. Step 2, believe that it's possible. As simple as that is, be honest with yourself. How many of y'all believe that it's possible? I want to make $1 million. But do you stop and say, I believe I can do it? Do you really stop and say, I believe that I can be Diamond. I believe that I can get to Punta Cana, right? For every category that I just talked about, ask yourself, is this possible? Don't ask anybody other than yourself and God. Is this possible? And be aware in advance that God has already said yes. It is God's will for us to prosper, right? So what's next? The only thing that's out there is your belief. Stop asking people who have never been where you are going for directions. So simple, so plain. Stop putting your faith in people who don't have a vision. Stop putting your faith in people who are on the shallow skirts. If you're honest with yourself, you may have started out on the shallow skirts, but now you want to go into the deep. So don't ask the people you was hanging with on the shallow side, do you believe? Do you believe in plexus? Do you believe I can do it? Well, of course they don't, right? You want to get with like-minded people, which is why you're on this call. You want to be a part of this community, right? Because you're trying to go deeper. The strongest factor for success is self-esteem. Believing you can do it, believing you deserve it, and believing you'll get it. Like somewhere in the middle of that was a hard one for me, because I have a hard time processing people who don't. I never thought that people didn't believe that they don't believe that they deserve success, right? That was a hard one for me. But I realize, and I've come to understand, that some people don't believe that they're worthy of success. They don't believe they deserve success. So I'm going to read this again. The strongest factor for success is self-esteem, right? Self-esteem, believing you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. You're not born a diamond, right? You study, you develop a skill set, and you practice that skill set. You get your practice hours in, and you become better and better, and you work on yourself, and you work on your mindset, and you work on the activities, and you study, and you show yourself worthy by making sure that you commit to the task at hand, and you believing you deserve it and believing that you'll get it. And so that is so key, y'all. I would be willing to say 90%, kind of like my kids, like the oldest plays baseball and the youngest plays softball. And they're told all the time, it's 90% mental, babe. You hitting the ball. If you can hit it 30%, you're going to end up in the Hall of Fame. 30%, y'all. Like if you can fail, that basically you're failing, right? You're going to go up there, you're going to strike out 70% and get out 70% of the time. But 30% lands you in the Hall of Fame. Okay? Let me translate that to plexus. So we tell them that all the time. It's in your mind. So if it's in your mind that you can't, you won't. Whatever a man thinketh, that so is he, right? You're going to believe it, and that's how you're going to move. That's how you're going to function. And so let me bridge that to plexus. If you can get 2 to 3 people to do, let's just say I'm going to use Robin as an example. If you can get 2 to 3 people to link arms with you and do what it takes every day, like a Robin, you can be diamond. Literally, if you can get 2 to 3 people in network marketing to do exactly what you're doing, you can make it to the top of the company. Okay? Step 3, commit to a direction. Oh my gosh, here we go. After you determine the life you desire is possible, that means you believe in it, you done wrote the vision, you making it plain. Now you got to do what? You got to do some work, right? Commit your actions to that direction. And so you can write the vision down, you can wake up quoting scripture, you can do all of that. And you can be like, I read all the mindset books, look at my library back here, I got it going on. Listen, I can quote the books, I'm reading book after book after book. But if you never act, you're going to be going exactly nowhere. You got to do the work. You have to do the work. Most people quit because they have to do the work. And you have to do the work what? Constantly, repeatedly. Right after you feel like you went up there and struck out 70% of the time, you got to still go back and do the work. Because if you continue to go for the yes, you're going to hit the 30%, right? If you continue to get those 10,000 practice hours in, if my kid continues to get those 10,000 practice hours in, eventually they're going to hit a home run. And eventually they're going to hit another one and another one and another one. But the home run never happens if you never take the swing, right? Okay, ask yourself, who do I have to become to make this happen? Most of the work is inner work. Who do you have to become to be a diamond? Who do you have to become to consistently make the $1,000 a month? What do I have to learn? Where do you need to grow? Leaders, some leaders, maybe they're born, I don't know, because I don't want to say it wrong, but I would beg to differ that like most leaders are not born. They work at it. You work at the things that you're weak at and you get better at those things. And those things that maybe sometimes that you just struggle with and you have a hard time getting strong at those things, you become a smart leader and you put those people around you, right? Because in this business, you get to choose who you want to work with. And so I'm definitely I ain't got to be the smartest person in the room. So I tell my people all the time, like Plexus will quickly point a mirror at you. It is a reflection of who you are, right? And so for me, I don't have to be the smartest person in the room. But if you have to be the smartest person in the room, your business will quickly check your ego because there's going to be something that you're lacking. And what's my point? My point is that there's something that you're just not good at. You're going to surround yourself. You get to go choose. I'm not really good at speaking. I'm going to choose this person because they're a good orator, right? And so on the calls, I'm going to tag team because I know I'm good at this part. I can close the deal, but I'm going to let them do the presentation. And so you build a team of like-minded people that have different strengths and weaknesses that complement each other. So what do I have to learn? So it may not be something you can physically learn and grow, but you're learning in leadership because you're reaching out to those people that help build up and strengthen your weaknesses and fill in those gaps. What action must I take today? Stop putting stuff off. What do I have to do today to be better? And then create a plan and stay the course. How many of y'all create the plan? How many of y'all do all that stuff right there? You read the book, you do all that stuff. You create the plan, you write it down, you got your goals. This is how I'm gonna get the Punta Cana. And you quit after the first month. You got to stay the course. If Abigail, that's my daughter, if she struck out, she gets 3 at bats. If she strikes out twice, and she's like, forget it, I quit. I'm not going up for the third one. But the third one is when she's going to hit the home run. She didn't stay the course. You have to stay the course. Otherwise, you're never going to know what's going to happen, right? Okay, so number 1, if you're trying to build a network marketing company, network marketing business, read a network marketing book. These are some examples of things that you can do. 2, if this is your first time leading a group of people, invest in a leadership class. Don't say, oh, that's not for me. Or, oh, well, I'm a great recruiter, but I'm not good at leading. I'm a great recruiter, but I'm just going to defer I'm just going to let everybody jump on Robin's call. Of course, help everybody get on Robin's call, but also do what? I got to go learn how to lead. I want my people to respect me, right? So I have to bring something to the table. So if this is your first time leading a group of people, stop putting it off to the side. If you are around and you've been around for a while and you're looking back and ain't nobody following you yet, go build up your leadership skills. Stop deferring it, because God is waiting on you to step up as a leader, because he put those people in your care. Okay, I can stay on that. If you seem stuck and nothing is working, work on you. You attract who you are. You attract who you are. So if you feel like you keep attracting a certain type of people, that's the energy that you're putting off. If you feel like, well, I keep attracting people that only want the business. I mean, only want to take the products. Or I keep attracting people who, after the first month, they broke. I mean, are you walking around acting broke? Right? We attract who we are. And so check yourself at the door, become better so you can attract better. And fake it till you make it, right? 4, if everyone is saying no or quitting after 30 days, instead of having a victim mentality and thinking it's all about them, focus on what you can do differently. Cast a wider vision, be more committed to your follow-up, model better behaviors. I am a stickler for this. I'm a very intentional person. And so I try to teach my kids that, like, they can do something wrong, right? And I'm going to discipline them. I'm going to tell them what they did wrong and how they can self-correct and what could they do better, right? But when I close the door to that bedroom door, my husband and I, we're going to have pillow talk. And that pillow talk is going to be, what could we have done to help avoid that? How can we get better? That's what you need to be asking yourself every day, every week, especially every month. You want to be reassessing, like, what can I do to do better? If you see that your attrition is really high after 30 days, what can I do? Don't be in denial, because you want to get better, right? You want to be able to, conquer some of those goals we talked about on that first slide, to be financially stable. You want to be able, to be able to leave a legacy, right? So you want to grow, but you can't grow if you never ask yourself the tough questions. Okay. So again, I love this one because I think a lot of us get stuck right here because we're not honest with ourselves, because it's always everybody else's fault. Oh no, come on, y'all. Can't do that. Especially as entrepreneurs. We got to figure it out, because this is your grind. Like, you got to figure out, okay, well, how can I make more money? Right? I'm depending on this. Oh, I want this plan B to be my plan A. And so in order to do that, you have to be honest with yourself. And even if you don't want to tell nobody, you got to say, I screwed that up. I know that I posted, but I know I ain't do no reach outs. I know that, I know that I saw those messages, but I was tired that night. I did not follow up. And because I didn't follow up quickly, I lost the sale. Be honest with yourself so you can improve. Okay. 4, create unstoppable momentum. Okay, here we go. 10 tips to creating momentum in your life. And I love Plexus because all the things that we talk about in Plexus, we can apply them to real life. Number 1, create your picture of success and make it a reality. How do you view success? Then work every day to achieve that. Number 2, identify what you're good at. What is your strength? And keep building on it. Are you good at recruiting? Recruit. Are you good at posting, branding? Y'all, I suck at the stories. I'm gonna get to that. Are you good at events? If you're good at events, you should be having events, right? If you're good at events and you're not having events, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, everybody's not good at events. Are you good at stories? Some people are mastermind at stories. I suck at them, but I need to get better because I need to work on it. That's a hole for me. Okay, I'm honest with myself. Okay. Are you good at sharing your testimony? If you're good at sharing your testimony, where's your list of 100? You should be like, girl, give me 10 minutes. I got to tell you what these products are doing for me. And you should be doing 10 a week or whatever your goal is. If your goal is to get the Punta Cana, you should be doing 20 a week. You got 10 minutes? Let's talk. I have to share with you because I know you was tired. You was asleep back there with me. I know you was tired. Let me tell you what the products are doing for me. Okay. Number 3, pick a BHAG and push Persist until it happens. I know y'all want to say pray until it happens, but faith without works is dead. You got to do the work. You can't get past doing the work. You can do all the other stuff, but if you never pick up the phone and reach out to someone and ask them for the sale, if you never close a deal, if you never follow up, then you're not doing the work. Okay. Number 4, eliminate your energy drains and recharge yourself. What are your energy drains? What's draining you? It could be scrolling Facebook, scrolling social media. That could be draining. Whatever your energy, it could be the person you're always listening to, but they're not talking about nothing. It could, you still talking to all those friends that was in the shallow. Why are you still talking to them? You should be talking to people in the deep, because that's what you are, right? You're in the deep, you have goals. So you should be talking to this group of people, not these people. Maybe that's the drainer for you. Okay. Remove your fears. Fear snatches us so bad, y'all. Greatest source of procrastination. Fear is the greatest source of procrastination. I want y'all to let that resonate. Daily ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? Would I reach out to more people? Would I contact the people on my chicken list? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? Take action. Affirmations, mindset books, leadership books, take action. Take action, whatever that looks like for you. If it's more reach outs, do that. If it's growing in leadership because you still looking, you end up being in the business, you've been in the business 5 years and you're looking behind you and ain't nobody following, right? You're just taking a walk, okay? You're in a rebuilding phase. Let's just say you're there. You built up and now attrition happens. It's going to happen. You got turnover. I mean, so you're looking back and you don't see anyone, but you used to see people? But what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Rebuild. Okay. Next, take control of your finances and create a sense of urgency. I love the second part of that. Like, take control of your finances. Where do you want to be financially? Well, take control of that. Set your goals accordingly. Doing this Punta Cana trip, obviously, that's not going to put a whole bunch of money in your pocket long term, but the steps to do it are duplicatable. And so the whole point is you continue to do the exact same thing to get that little carrot they're dangling at you. And that's going to help you financially. Create a sense of urgency. I think a lot of people who have full-time jobs don't have a sense of urgency about this, because we say we want to leave the full-time job, but we don't create a sense of urgency to leave the full-time job. You have to treat Plexus like it's the full-time job. You have to treat Plexus like my water being on depends on. If I don't do this reach out, I ain't gonna have no lights. You have to give it a sense of urgency, or it will never have a sense of urgency. The first time you're tired, the first time you're drained, the first time you've gotten a bunch of no's, you're going to quit. And okay, so what? You still show up on the calls, but you've already quit mentally. You're already checked out. Okay, so what? You still join the group, but you're not reaching out to all them people. You're checking out. So you have to create the sense of urgency, whatever that looks like for you. What's going to cause you to keep going? That's what that looks like for you. Okay. Create a brain trust. Create a brain trust. Get over yourself and stop trying to be the smartest person in the room. Again, I don't have that issue, but I know a lot of people do. Okay. Find smarter people and pick their brain. Period. Stop hanging out with the shallow people. Get you some deep friends and roll. Okay. And the people don't have to be on your team. It's like, get you some side sisters and get those people who are going to help you to say, girl, you didn't do that. We need to do A, B, C, D. We're going to be on this boat, or we're going to be, on this island. We're going to be here no matter what. Come hell or high water. Regardless, we're going to be here by any means necessary. Okay. Next, this is a hard one for people. Find the time. We knock people because we reach out to them. They say, I'm busy. But how often is that your excuse? I don't have the time. I got so much going on. Oh, life is happening. Listen, life gonna keep lifing. Life is going, if I told you about my day-to-day, life is going to keep lifing. Somebody is going to be going through Life moments. I got a kid right now who's trying to go to college. We got to figure out where she's going. So we got to go all these trips, right? I got a husband I'm helping up the stairs because he has rheumatoid arthritis. Like he's in pain all the time. I got to keep going. So all the stuff that he used to do, I got to pick up the slack. And I can't be letting all this other stuff drop. I guess I'll let my Plexus business drop. Not. Why? Because I look behind me and I got people back there. I can't just bring them and just let them drop because I got to help Leroy up the stairs. I got to help him up the stairs, get him situated. Then I got to continue to do the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all, life is going to keep lifing. Stop using it as an excuse to stop doing the things you said you was going to do on slide 1. Okay? Let things evolve. Process that. Let things evolve. Let things evolve. Last, commit to your dreams. We're made on time. Oops. Okay. Commit to your dreams. Be the change you want to see in your life. Sometimes your work feels small and insignificant, but remember, a small ripple can gain momentum and build a current that is insurmountable. Consistency is the key to achieving and maintaining momentum. So those are the 4 steps of vision casting. Brainstorm your vision, believe that it's possible, commit to the direction, create unstoppable momentum. I did it. I'm done. Yeah, I did. I'm done.
So good, Marquita. Man, oh man. Please, please, please share your slides with us. I will share the recording after our call tonight. I will download it, but such a power-packed 30-minute call. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. All right, everybody. We're hopping on the next call if you're a part of the Punta Cana group. See y'all soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.